the game.
I think Kuzan's just going to be sitting back and trying to farm.
That's exactly what happened last time around. And look at what KT did. They dismantled them. They took them apart bolt by bolt. Every turbine was
ripping the doors and the windows off.
Hope they got seats in the emergency aisles, because I don't know how they're going to get past the first couple of minutes in this game. They just have the bot lane would be the pressure point for Jinair, and something that's as telegraphed as that from the very get-go is exploitable.
Definitely is. I'm curious to see how the Olaf will work out here for score too. I mean, MT just picking up that Graves as a first pick ahead of everything else, even with the Syndra available. Just wanted to get that Graves on the Rift.
Well, Olaf is not a bad pick. He's just extremely situational, and this was the situation to do so when you have so much setup from all your lanes and you need a tank.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. One final look at the compositions here before we do jump into the game. For you guys who are joining late, of course, Ixu is subbing back in, taking out Sowan. We will see that Kled once again. So let's jump into game number 2 right now between KT and the Jinair Green Wings. Here we go. Green Age.
This sounds too much like math already.
Anyway, let's get back to the game. We got MT coming up here. Smeb, he still has both of his summoners. And will he burn that flash? There it is. The flash in from Ixu does get that bear trap on a rope, and there it is, first blood.
Low in itself. Their poke damage is going to be too much to deal with. Teddy doesn't have mana.
Oh, Ixu, he gets locked up by too much CC right in front of the turret, nowhere to hide.
I wish they could hear me. I said to back off in there.
Syndra's not even there. Now she's coming down. Pawn looking to get into this fight. The double stun, and she's still got Unleashed Power going to be used onto Umti. That's going to be an easy kill. Kuzan, though, looking to trade here, will pick up the Olaf. Trying to get onto Smeb. There's a double kill. Kuzan beginning to pop off quite a bit on this Vladimir. Looking for the knock-up onto Pawn. Pawn flashed away to safety. Kuzan does remain.
And the overcommitment from KT gets punished right away, and this is exactly where the kills that Jinair want are going, to the Vladimir, 2-0. If this guy gets going, Syndra's not going to be able to deal with him. The Rumble certainly will not be able to take him out, and Jinair's still with a fighting chance. They seemingly overcommit to the bottom turret, but KT answer right back and say, we want to keep this game competitive. Let's make sure that we get the best training out of this one.
You can see what happens to Ixu, gets locked up by Zyra, and then an easy chain of corruption right after he hops off Skarl. Nowhere for him to run or hide.
The KT, they don't have a wave, so they commit to this chase now that Pawn is coming in. I believe they might have been able to only get Umti with the ultimate, and no, just going for Umti was too much. Great position there from Kuzan, seeing the opportunity, takes it right away, and with the empowered Q, finishes that kill onto Smeb.
Good dodge with the Storm Raiders too. Probably the Ghost to help out, not taking too much damage. They're going on this. Okay, the charge coming on in. It will go over to KT, but can they win the fight? That Vladimir ultimate only going on to Pawn. Going to be diving on in here. The huge Unleashed Power, though, able to take out Zaya and Rakan almost as well. And not enough damage coming out here from Jinair. That Rumble and the Syndra doing way too much damage across the board.
And we read it like a book. If Jinair were to take a fight there, it's going to go KT's way. They don't have the tools to take this fight right now, especially when Umti commits to flash to try to get this steal. No chance was there for them to take a fight with the itemization and positioning that they had. We saw it coming, we had that luxury, but unfortunately they did not. And so we'll take another look at the replay here. He flashes in right away, but the follow-up here, it's Vlad with not capable of hitting anybody, and the equalizer just gets laid out. Nobody can follow through. They're over the wall, just nowhere near enough damage or a good position for the members of Jinair, and so they get cleaned, and now KT commit to a Baron right after, and we've seen what happens when you lose a fight at Dragon so hard post 20 minutes. Teams have no reservations about going for Baron, and now there is real danger for Jinair. Here, this is going down.
Baron is done. Ixu TP's in and dashes away. And KT, I mean, they have all their cooldowns, and they're looking for the essentially counter engage. There it is. The equalizer going to come down. Empty, very much all alone and scared. Not much of his team is going to be able to help him out. Ixu going 1v1 on the left side. Finally, it looks like Empty will be taken down. Snowflower trying to get that big engage, but there's just no follow-up. Finally, Kuzan joins on in, trying to go 1v5 himself. We'll see if it works out. The answer is no. Not able to get enough there, and now it's Teddy's turn. Nope, going to be flashed away there from Pawn as Deft will pick up that final kill.
So close to at least taking down a member of KT. I think he lived with under 20 HP on Olaf, a guy that has about 3,000, so a lot of damage done onto him. However, that Baron will mean that KT is now pushing in for that inhibitor. They don't have enough time to end the game, although the teleport means that I think they're looking for it. It's 12 onto Graves. Yep, they are going to have enough time.
Look at Mata just dealing with Ixu, not allowing him to recall. Ixu will try, but look at that. Double Mountain Drake. They're going to take down that turn immediately, and this will be game number 2. Another 2-0 here for KT Rolster.
It's that low HP Olaf, keeping him low. The strategy was get him low so that he could just put us out of our misery as quickly as possible.
That was a really disjointed fight from Jin Air. I think at that point it was just they knew they were caught, they had to fight. Didn't look all that clean. KT was already about 10,000 gold ahead at that point. It was the end to a game that we already knew.
Man, I was so hyped. I thought we were going to have a close series, that Jin Air, the team that I was really up and hyped about.
The last couple of days, man, that last day that we had, the double 2-0s that ended super quickly, wasn't really the most exciting. And now KT just making quick work of the sad planes in the booth.
You can tell the sad plane. No Kimti? What's the name again?
King T.
King T, yes. No King T.
As I said before, he's just a Knight T now.
Knight T. Pawn T.
Pawn T?
Yeah, he got treated like a pawn. Not the pawn, though. He had a great game.
Yeah, just any old pawn.
We were talking with... Actually, that's completely irrelevant.